Hello and welcome to another episode of The Real View. Real views from real people where we look at film, TV and music, give our opinions, what we don't like, what we do like, share a little analysis maybe for feeling spicy. In this episode, it is a festive edition as we are looking at Christmas karma. My name is Miles, that's Miles with a Y. You can follow me across all social platforms at Miles Reviews. And please do all that good stuff. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button to stay up to date with all videos and content I'm making. As all episodes, there are time codes in the description so you can skip ahead, skip back, skip forward, time travel as you like through the episode. We work on a 3-tier rating system here, but as it's Christmas, we'll mix it up a little bit. So from top to bottom, it's tap it straight to the tinsel. This mince pie is filling but not satisfying. And that's a lump of coal. So how are you guys doing out there? Are you feeling the Christmas period yet? Are you feeling all the Christmas feels and the spirit? Is it rising up in you? Have you done your shopping and all that? Don't even stress about it, whatever, man. Just enjoy the season, innit? But yeah, what are you doing? What have you been watching? What are you listening to? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, yes, so as I said, we are looking at Christmas karma, and here's your cast call. We have Kunal Nayyar, Leo Suter, Pixie Lott, Dyer, Charithra Chandran, Billy Porter, Eva Longoria, Bilal Hasnna, and Boy George, to name a few. What goes around comes around, goes around, Christmas karma. Yeah, all right. I don't know what. I could show you it's like one of the songs from the movie, but yeah, that's the first one I thought of, but I'll stick with it. Anyway, right, Christmas karma. Let's talk about it. So what's this all about then, Governor? Well, you know what it's all about. It's a Christmas Carol, but with a brown twist. But in case you were wondering what the Dickens, Ishan Sud, Kunal Nayyar is a real humbug in general, but especially when it comes to Christmas. However, this Christmas Eve, he gets a chilling visit from deceased business partner Marley, Hugh Bonneville, followed by 3 Christmas spirits trying to convince him to change his ways. Directed and written by Gurinder Chadha, based on the classic A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Yes, I went to see Christmas Karma all by myself. I had a bit of time, and I was like, you know what? I like Christmas. Why not? And you know what? I wasn't even going to do an episode on it. To be fair, I was just going to do a little review, but it surprised me. It was a pleasant surprise. I thought it was just going to be sort of run-of-the-mill Christmas story, replaced with a sort of seasoned and peppered with a few ethnics here and about the place. But actually, it's a bit deeper than that, and we'll get into it in a bit. But it was, don't get me wrong, it was cheesy. I got in there, and it was just me and some pensioners, really, for the most part. The movie began, and I thought, yeah, here we go, bit of Christmas, I'm down for that. And it started with just like, obviously cranky Ishan Sud, played by Kunal Nayyar of Big Bang Theory. I didn't realise it was him. For some reason I thought it was, can't remember the actor's name now, but the one who used to play Tamwa in EastEnders. I thought it was, well, no, I didn't think it was him, to be fair, because I was like, I thought it was going to be that guy. But anyway, it wasn't him. It started off, and then Danny dies in playing a cabbie, and he starts this musical number. And I'm like, oh, mate, I didn't know it was a musical. I'm not going to lie. Like, I like musicals. I love Christmas. But to have one of the opening numbers sang by Danny Dyer, I was like, I don't know if I'm down for this, because it's hella cheesy as well. Like, Pixie Lott's in it. One of her first songs, really cheesy, and just like, it's blatantly, it's a Christmas movie, whatever. And before it got deeper, I was like, oh man, have I done myself in here? Am I not gonna have a good time? Is this too cheesy? Because the thing with Christmas films is, right, they get a pass on a lot for me because it's Christmas, isn't it? If it stirs up the Christmas spirit a bit, if it gets in the Christmas feels, sparkly, sparkly, magic, magic, then I don't mind the cheese too much. But you can still go overboard. It takes a lot. Don't get me wrong, it takes a lot. But Daddy Dyer singing might have been it. But I was pleasantly surprised with this movie, and I'll let you know why in a bit. But yeah, it's Taylor's old time, you know. Well, not as old time. Taylor's old as whenever Charles Dickens was around and writing. It's Christmas Carol, innit? And it follows a lot of the same beats. In not just it's not just like a sort of pro diversity version. It has its own kind of story as well, and was even like in some parts a bit educational, bit of a history lesson, not in a boring way, and just seeing things from a different point of view and a different kind of Christmas, I guess, to some extent. Not hugely, but yeah, it was nice to see. I mean, you know, I like a bit of diversity anyway, but this was done quite earnestly, I feel, and for and in total just made a good story and a nice little film. No one, don't get me wrong, if it weren't a Christmas film, I might not be as crazy about it, but I really liked it. So you know, overall, I'll try and keep this short as well. It was as a Christmas film, and I got a special Christmas rating here. Tap it straight to the tinsel. Yeah. No, I like this film. It was good. It was a good little movie. It was a good little Christmas movie. Like I say, it had some decent messages. A good use of the diversity in it. Not just diversity for diversity's sake, but actually had a bit of meaning and different viewpoint to it. And although, yeah, it was basically a Christmas Carol, it was a fresh take for me, at least, and I enjoyed it. A lot of pensioners I was with enjoyed it too. And there you go. And also, I mean, in this current climate with, you know, all the, don't even know what to call it really, all the fascism and nationalism going around, it's nice to see. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, tap it straight to my tinsel. All right, let's get into spoilers. Yeah, you know the story of Christmas Carol, but so Ishan Sid takes place of Ebenezer Scrooge in this, and yeah, it was an interesting. First of all, I find it. So I listened to what's the podcast called? Here's the Thing with Kim on stage, that chick Angel, and Jonathan Gonzalez. Is it Johnny Gonzalez? Dude, totally forgot his name. Edits part out maybe. Anyway, that chick Angel, she is also an actress. You probably know a few things you don't even realize. But she has this thing about getting younger people to play older people. You know what I mean? Aging them up. And I gotta say, in this movie, although Kunal Nayyar did a great job, I just feel like, was there not? There are older Asian men who can play this role. I don't know. Maybe it was the name power. I don't know. Like, obviously, he was in Big Bang Theory, even though I didn't recognize it straight away. It is that guy, right? Let me just check, because my whole theory here could be thrown out if I'm getting this completely wrong. Yeah, he's in the Big Bang Theory and Trolls and whatever. So yeah, I can see why he got a role as lead, but I just feel like there's older Asian men who could have also played him, you know? So it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one for me, personally, because also there were some flashback scenes, and they got Bilal Hasnna, who also I love as well. He's in what's that show called? Hang on. He's in Slow Horses as well. I've heard good things about that. 2 episodes, okay, fair enough. Sorry. Extraordinary, that's it. Where everybody's got superpowers and whatnot. He's in that show. And, you know, he's been in loads of stuff before that as well and all that. And yeah, great actor. Love him. But we having Kunal Nayyar playing the old Ishan Sid, surely, like, how far of a stretch would it have been to get the old makeup off and play a younger version of that character? I just didn't get it. Because a younger version of his love interest in the Ghost of Christmas Past flashback is played by Charithra Chandran, but then she also plays the older version of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Why? Is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. But anyway, loads of big names in this. Loads of names as well. I was like, oh, where'd that come from? I love that. You know, Pixie Lott's in it. Boy George is the Ghost of Christmas Future. Didn't see that coming. Who else we got? Danny Dyer obviously as a cabbie. Tracy Ann Oberman as Mrs. Fezziwig to Alan Cuden as Mr. Fezziwig. Shaznay Lewis is in this, fam. Shaznay Lewis. I watched recently on BBC. You watch BBC iPlayer. There's a documentary called Girl Bands Forever or something like that. And it talks a bit about All Saints as well. Shaznay Lewis is legendary as a songwriter, as a singer, underrated. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was nice. Like, she doesn't have a huge role, but it's nice hearing this. You got Billy Porter as the Ghost of Christmas Present, flipping Eva Longoria as a Ghost of Christmas Past. And by the way, they even bring in her heritage, and it's like, you know, what's it like? Dyer de Duetos, Mexican Ghost of Christmas Past. You know, she's in the whole makeup and everything, and even has a little mariachi band as well. So that was cool. Hugh Bonneville obviously is Marley. There's just so many big names. You got Dot Brown. He does a little rapping number, a couple rapping numbers in the office of Ishan Sid. What's the guy playing Bob Cratchit is Leo Suter. And yeah, I just thought it was a really nice, like, kind of Christmas movie. I quite enjoyed it. I had a good time. It did get me in my Christmas feels a bit. And, you know, on top of that, you had the sort of the ethnic story as well, like, of, so basically, and I think I knew little bits about, but I didn't know much about, you know, Ishan Sid's story in this is that part of the reason he's such a Scrooge, as it were, is that in his childhood, he was split up from his parents because they were living in Uganda, and then the president of Uganda at that time, when he kicked out all the British the British from Uganda, he also kicked out all the ones that all the people of the British Empire at the time that they came to, basically a lot of the Southern Asians came to build the railroad in Uganda, the rail system. But the president, as he saw it as taking jobs away from Ugandans. And yeah, basically they just got kicked out, sent their marching orders, and just had to get out of the country, like, within however many days. It wasn't a lot, you know, when you're uprooting your whole life like that, not by choice, honestly, it's no time. And then, like, flipping, they're getting kicked out. Some people didn't even make it out. They got killed or murdered on the way or whatever and stuff like that. So yeah, it's deep. You know, I learned a bit there, or remembered a bit, or whatever you want to say. But what was my point? Yeah, so bringing in the, like, sort of, again, that kind of bringing in diversity but making it count for something, you know, actually educating and promoting stories that are part of the Ugandan Asian experience, or whatever you want to call it, or whatever experiences, you know, even down to Eva Longoria's portrayal of the Ghost of Christmas Past in the Dyer de la Muerto garb. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. You know, just stuff like that. It was cool. It was cool. It didn't just feel like it was just forced in there for no reason. You know, and I know, like, I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but, like, I know obviously, like, you know, people like the fascists and the nationalists and maybe some members of Reform, not to get too political, would just see this movie as another, like, cop-out for diversity or whatever. But I just see it as a lot more than that. And it was a lot more than that. And the story was good and it was interesting. I really liked it. I just liked it, you know? I'll give it a bit of a Christmassy pass, but at the same time, it was enjoyable. It was a good movie, man. It was a good, interesting adaptation of Christmas Carol. And yeah, I liked the way the cast, once I settled into it, obviously, I liked what the cast were doing and the way they interacted with each other. I liked the performances. Um, wasn't a fan of all the music, I'm not gonna lie, but I was in it. I was in the ride. You know what I mean? I was in it. I was on the festive train, and it was cool. It was fun, colourful and bright where it needed to be. Really took time with some of the sadder moments. Not to make it drag or like depressing, but just gave it the space it needed to breathe and have the effect that it needed to have. I guess the impact. What else have I got to say about this? I realised his turnaround as well. Because what I liked about it is like, in the Christmas Carol, obviously Scrooge is visited by the ghosts and all that, and then he seemingly has a complete turnaround the following the Christmas morning, because he's basically had a night of going through his whole life and his whole past and present and his potential future, and his mind and his heart has been changed. You know what I mean? But obviously, to people on the outside, he's looking mad. Like he's looking like, especially in this day and age, man's looking like he needs some kind of medical assistance or something because complete personality change. And what I like about it as well is like, as in the Christmas Carol, he kind of plays a bit. He knows that everyone sees him as this horrible, grumpy, nasty man. So he kind of lets them believe that to a bit and then kind of switches up on them. I love that. What's his name was in this also? Guy from EastEnders. Oh, I can't remember his name now. So sorry, man. He played the post in EastEnders. He's in loads of stuff. If you know what I'm talking about, you know who he is. I'll see if I can look him up now. But he played the shop owner in this. That's it. Nitin Ganatra, who played the shopkeeper. And to be fair, in anything he's in, he just makes me have a little smile. He's just good at what he does, you know what I mean? Was he might have been in that show Sweet Pea as well. And yeah, I just like what he does. I just like his performances, And Lady LeSure was in this as well. Big up Lady LeSure. She was in that rap number with Doc Brown at the beginning as well. And you know what I gotta say? Just take a moment here, sort of aside from the review. Lady LeSure, she's been through a lot, man. Like, I don't know if you remember, there was a time where her star was on the rise. She was in a lot of shows. She was on that panel show. I can't remember what it's called now. Is it Pastor Mike or something like that? I don't know. On ITV. Yeah, she was just in a lot of things, had her things with a lot of pies, was doing quite well. But then she had some sort of legal drama over a sort of, what do I want to say, a domestic abuse dispute. And yeah, I think basically she lost a lot of stuff from that. But no, it's good to see her and stuff again and getting out there. And, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't looked into the case, I don't know what's what, but it seems like to me it's kind of done and settled or whatever. So all I'm just saying is I'm happy things are on the rise for her. I hope everything is well and with everyone involved and all that kind of stuff. Might even just edit this whole bit out because what am I talking about if I don't really know? But I'm just saying that's good, right? That's good. Anyway, right. So yeah, overall, like I say, this movie was good. It hit all the story notes of A Christmas Carol, but then gave a little more in its own storytelling as well, which I appreciated and I found interesting and I really liked. And yes, definitely tap it straight to the tinsel, whatever I said. For as a Christmas movie, as just a movie, taking Christmas out of it, although that's not fair because it is a Christmas movie, just want to make that clear. I would say this sandwich is filling but not satisfying, but a high one, Like, if I'm honest, if it was on TV and it wasn't Christmas, and it wasn't, if it didn't have anything to do with Christmas, and just as a movie itself, in the first 5 minutes, like I did think, I might have thought, you know what, this ain't for me. But I'm glad to start with it, and it's a decent film on its own. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Enjoyable movie. If you can check it out while it's still in cinemas at the time of recording, and if not, then I guess you'll catch it next Christmas or the following Christmases. But it's definitely one that is a good watch and worth spending your time on. Worth getting into the Christmas spirit for. Yeah, so that's all my thoughts on Christmas Karma. Have you guys seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you getting into the Christmas spirit? Are you a fan of Christmas films, or do you just give them a pass? Let me know either way in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, you've been listening to myself, Miles, at Miles Reviews. And remember to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button to stay up to date with all videos and content I'm making. But overall, I hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope you're enjoying the film, TV, and music. But most importantly, life. All right, catch you on the next one. God bless and all the rest.